Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the sign off.
Yeah, I do. I almost said, "What's it to you?"
Remember to watch it to you, part two, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
In this series, William had the idea because on our last podcast, we were saying that next time we're just gonna bitch about Avatar for about half an hour, or praise it. Sorry, we bitch so much that I get the two confused, and we decided to make it a whole separate, whole other series.
yeah,
Because now, yeah,
like,
now we have the technology to just record it anywhere.
basically at this point, the way we can do podcasts now, it's the equivalent of me just picking up the phone and calling him and talking about stuff. So, yeah, you'll notice that the setup is completely different. You'll also notice that there was an episode of What's It To You that did not come out this week. That's because we were messing with this, trying to get this set up. So, starting this, when this gets uploaded, the week that this is uploaded, there will only be this upload, the sign off, but every week after that, you'll get an episode of the sign off as well as an episode of What's It To You. We're also going to try and make What's It To You shoot for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour on that one, and same with this one, which...
You may be wondering, though, why... now, William, Spencer, if you got it working right now, why aren't you just recording What's It To You for now? You're fucking asking good questions here. It's because we didn't have any show notes.
Yeah,
we're lazy pricks.
Hey, there's a perfectly valid reason for this. You have college. You have your first day of college in the morning. You do not have time to record two shows.
Yeah, I'm a busy man.
I mean...
And you're working butthole hours. On your birthday and all that. But, we'll save that for the show. For the other show.
For our weekly daily talk show.
Yes. Weekly daily.
Yeah, like, the format's kind of like a daily talk show, but we only do it once a week.
Oh. Shit, they do that daily? What the fuck?
Oh, the morning stream? Yeah, full disclosure, we got a lot of our ideas for What's It To You from the podcast, The Morning Stream. It's absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it. But, yeah, no, they do it Monday through Friday.
Anyway, we've been blabbering on for about 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah.
So, actually, from my end. But...
No, that's spot on, dude.
The point of this show is, on the sign-off is... the sign-off is basically the name of the static channel. Though back then in the around 90s, back when the TVs had antennas and whatnot, the channels had the colored bars and whatnot, and it's reference to TV. This show is just a ploy for us to complain. That's it.
Okay, so there's a lot of another reason why I wanted to do this type of show is even with What's It To You, you kind of got the idea. There's a lot of shows that Spencer tries to get me to watch. A lot of TV shows, a lot of movies that he's like, why have you not watched this yet? And, well, now I have to.
Now it's your job.
Okay, so I haven't actually run this by you, Spencer, but the way we could do this is, like, because Avatar we both kind of decided on, but after we finish the 3 seasons of Avatar, we could do, like, you pick one thing, I pick one thing.
And then it goes back and forth, okay. Yeah, so we finally start watching shit that each other wants us to...
I'm going to put a hard limit on it, though. If it's more than, like, 4 seasons of anything, you can fuck off with that.
Yeah.
Unless it's something we both agree on.
What if it's for incredibly short seasons? Because you know how for, like, older cartoons and whatnot, there were, like, the first season was, like, 7 episodes sometimes?
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. If it's more than 60 episodes, you can fuck right off, unless we both agree.
Alright, Sam.
Huh?
I said, alright, Chief.
So, we're not going to do Supernatural.
No. And TV series... What would be the limit on that? Rom-coms? I'd say rom-coms.
What do you mean TV series? Like,
I
I
mean,
thought
movies. Movies.
movies. I could do a rom-com. I don't mind a rom-com.
No, you don't mind certain rom-coms. Alright. 51st Date, Princess Bride, and Moonlight don't count.
No, okay, like, movies... Dude, I'll go ahead and say I'll do whatever movie you want because the movie's only 2 hours long.
What about Lord of the Rings?
We'll do Lord of the Rings at some point. I won't watch those. If you tell me that's a show I gotta watch for the podcast and I have a week to watch it, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, you were supposed to watch Wizard of Oz when he came out of the fucking womb, but here and lo and behold, it took you 19 years. So, anyway, today we're going to be discussing Book 1 of Avatar, Water.
Yeah, Avatar Last Airbender.
So how we do this? We just go episode by episode, talking about what happens, what we think of it, and, like, where we were at the time of the event, like it was fucking on 9/11.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do, like, episode by episode, but we can talk about the season as a whole. I couldn't tell you...
I can recount that whole thing.
I couldn't tell you what I was doing every single episode I watched.
I can tell you what I was doing. Feeding it, because that show was just that good. Every second.
Best show.
It was all due to respect. I got a respect erection. A respection.
Show of the year every year.
Every show of the year. Game of the year every year, Skyrim.
So, you know one thing I'm noticing immediately?
What?
We need to work on getting you a better webcam, because mine looks immediately better than yours.
Yeah, what are you using anyway?
My iPhone.
Oh, yeah. Is there a way to link mine to a...
Yeah. Tell you what, after we finish this, I'll send you the app to download. You just download the app on your phone, and then you download the program onto your computer, and then you just connect it via a lightning cable.
Alright. Well, after the show. Because first we gotta keep addressing our audience and keep them busy.
Yeah. Okay,
anyway.
now, hold on. Let's be honest. If anyone's actually watching the show, it's because they like you and me anyway. So...
We don't need structure. We're just charming.
Whoever's watching this is
Whoever... I just got a word from my colleague that whoever's watching this is probably a mother of some kind. So episode 1 starts of Avatar, and basically what happens is that this brother and sister named Sokka and Katara, they're just fishing on this boat in ice caps. They live in the southern water type, and in the South Pole of that world. And anyway, he says some shit like, "Oh, clean my socks, woman," you know. And then she gets angry, and then
I'm not gonna clean your fucking socks, which is pretty much how it went.
After they crash the boat, she gets mad and accidentally wrecks this iceberg right behind her, which I guess was weighing down the secondary iceberg underneath it. Anyway, that caps up, rises from the ground, but it's a perfect sphere. And guess what's inside of it? A boy.
Could it possibly be who the show is named after?
Yeah. An avatar of some sorts?
Maybe Last of the Airbenders?
Possibly an airbender. I don't know, I see these airbender tattoos.
Okay,
but he's waterbending. It's weird. But anyway, Katara sees that he's still alive in there. When he opens his eyes, he's glowing. She hits the giant. That's one thing I never questioned till now. How did it only take 3 whacks with a club to break an entire ice capsule?
Okay, maybe. Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. He went to the Avatar state to get in that iceberg. Maybe the magical, mystical powers knew it was time for the boy to awaken.
No, it's not the Force.
I don't know. Now that you say that, I'm questioning that too.
Didn't she just I would have rather she like try to waterbend it out or something. I don't know.
Well,
It's something small.
that would be
Doesn't
weird
really-
too, though. She doesn't know how to waterbend at this point. I mean,
she freezes 2 other dudes in the next episode. 3 other dudes. Sorry, but she's pointing the wrong direction. You know.
She did it by accident. That does not count.
That is a happy accident. You know.
Another happy landing.
That is a 1 in like 10,000 Negroid. There's a movie we could do. You're a 1 in 10,000 boy. Anyway, they take him out, and inside the ice was not just the boy, but his flying bison. Sokka doesn't believe that it's an actual flying bison, of course. That's why he's like, oh, this is my sister Katara. Wait, this is Katara, my flying sister. Anyway, they take him to their tribe, and they introduce him, and give him a warm welcome and whatnot. The rest of the episode is just them, it's like character development, and the other end of the horizon, Zuko and his ship of Fire Nation escorts.
Which Zuko, to this day, is still probably my favorite villain in any cartoon.
He's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah, I say villain, but that's a topic for a later episode.
That's later. We're assuming that that you're the one person that hasn't seen Avatar ever.
He switches swords at the turn of the tide.
The tard. There's and I'm assuming you're not like William, and you're one of the 2 people that haven't seen Lord of the Rings or Wizard of Oz.
I have seen Fellowship.
Yeah, 19 years later.
It hasn't been out 19 years.
Oh, I'm sorry. You haven't seen Wizard of Oz 19 years later, which for the rest of human society was, let's see, how long ago was 1939?
About 80 years.
80 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
50, 80, at the point doesn't really matter.
It grew up, it was born, and then it died of old age. Right? And that's how long it took you. It took you until it was dead. You happy? You showed up to the funeral procession, but you never visited it. You never saw it at its home when it was all going, oh, where's William? I want to meet my boy.
You know what's sad
You
is...
didn't go visit your grandma, Willie.
By the time that I saw it, literally everyone who was involved in that movie was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I saw it as a newborn, I'm pretty sure everyone involved in it would have been dead anyway, but still.
I thought you came out of the womb watching that, but there's, anyway, he sees the beam of light. We got way sidetracked. Anyway, he sees the beam of light, and he says, Uncle Iroh, the most badass character in this entire series. I'm paraphrasing. He sees the beam of light, and he says that light came from an incredibly powerful source. It's got to be him. And Iroh is trying to settle his shit down. He said, easy, boy.
Which, you gotta think at that point he was probably just grasping on straws. Because the whole deal with Zuko is that he must hunt down the Avatar. Who, let's be honest, doesn't exist when he was given that task.
Probably doesn't exist.
Because his father is a dick. He's the biggest dick ever for a father.
But that's the later episode. Anyway, he goes over there, and then they, he tries scouting around that area, and later in the episode, they go onto this Fire Nation ship, this old capped one that was frozen like a while ago. It's like a 100-year-old ship, damn near. And anyway, in there, Aang finds out that he was frozen for a set amount of time, 100 years. And anyway, they fiddle around in there. It's booby-trapped, and he accidentally sets off a flare. Zuko spots this, and with a little, what's that called? Looking glass?
Spyglass.
But, yeah, I don't know. A spyglass.
Telescope. No. Telescope. Space.
Fuck you. But anyway, he finds the village, and in the next episode, Zuko goes to the village, and then Sokka's like, what'd you do? You led led them over here. The Fire Nation, they're going to be here. They kick him out of the village. Katara's not really happy about it, but Aang talks her out of going with him. He's like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Anyway, they go off, and they come over, and then they start harassing the tribe. Aang sees that, he comes back, and then he decides to go with them willingly, so that they would leave them alone. He was going to beat Zuko's ass, but it would still risk they would still put the other tribe members in danger.
Yeah.
And he goes onto their ship, and of course he breaks out after freaking. One of my favorite scenes in the entire series is the first time they actually sit down to fight each other inside that room, Zuko's room, and he flips the freaking matches on him, slamming it against a wall, and then slams it upward and hits him against the ceiling, and then he just bolts. Anyway, the episode ends when he wrecks the ship when he goes to Avatar State the first time by complete accident. They fly away, and then Katara's like, "You're the Avatar. Why didn't you tell us before?" And then this sets up for later episodes when he said, "Because I never wanted to be."
By far, okay, so the show kind of gives this away, because it's called Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite moments in the first season was the third episode, where they go to the old air temple, and Aang discovers, everyone he ever knew is skeletons now.
That he's, in fact, the last airbender.
And he does what I like to affectionately refer to as he glows it up.
And, he almost blows the entire side of the mountain off, and Katara goes and cools him down because he has a little boy crush on her or something.
Which, if we haven't, I don't know if we explained.
I don't think he likes her yet. He starts getting feelings for her, what episode is that?
He wants to go penguin sledding with her at this point.
Yeah, that's about it. But it's around, screw it, when did that start? Season 1?
I'd say Jet.
No, because that was Sokka that was trying to stop Jet. That was the one he's with. Yeah, Aang didn't mind him, but Sokka kind of knew someone was up.
Okay, so I think that might have been book 2 then. Or maybe the end of book 1.
Yeah, I was thinking book 2, because in the start of book 2, they go to this Earth Nation military encampment. Remember that? And he's trying to force him into the Avatar state.
Yeah. I don't know if that was him getting into Katara, or if it was just that's his friends and you don't.
Katara was talking him into, because remember how he was trying to use the whole episode before he pretends to suffocate her. He talks her into Katara having discussions, keeps talking to him more in depth about you shouldn't do this. This isn't like you.
Yeah.
But even before that, he was, she was teaching him how to waterbend and all that, and it had a slow process. Unlike Korra, which I'll roast later,
we'll
this
get to
actually had
Korra.
a natural relationship development.
Dude, we were
I can actually buy these people be in love with each other because they actually respected each other,
We are way off track though. We're talking about book 2 and book 1.
It happens. Anyway, what episode were we at? Okay, we're in episode 4 when he's about to.
So, are we gonna go through every single episode, or are we just gonna summarize the start of it and then go through the start of it and then summarize the rest, or?
Screw it, we got time. Shit, we're only at about 20 minutes.
I thought we were going to try to get this around 45, though.
I know, but more of the episodes that we could get more in depth about are later on. We just summarized 3 really quickly. 4, they end up on this island that Aang's trying to protect. This is where it started. Yeah, because he's trying to
The Kyoshi
impress
Island
Katara
thing, yeah.
by spinning around the thing, and then he goes koi fishing and whatnot. It's like, hey, Katara, look at this, you know. Anyway, they end up on this island called Kyoshi Island. It was dedicated to Avatar Kyoshi, who came up.
Side note, real quick. I amused myself far more than I care to admit by going to.
Hey, Katara, look at this. Anyway, it's an island where it's protected by these female warriors called Kyoshi warriors. Again, design, costume, and fighting style in honor of the Avatar Kyoshi, who built the island. After Chin the Great, or Chin the Ruthless, Chin the Conqueror, whatever you want to call him.
Chin the fuckboy.
Yeah, Chin fuckboy. The Crimson Chin. So Crimson Chin tried to take over the Earth, everything really. He was a great tyrant back in her age, and that was pretty much their Fire Lord back in the time. And then, anyway, she kind of, sort of, not really murdered him, but kind of did. But anyway, that's not the point of it. What happens is it's mostly another filler episode where it introduces Kyoshi, some more of the origins of the Avatar and whatnot, like Avatar's past and what it means to be. Yeah. And introduce Kyoshi warriors, which come up later in the series. Great characters. There's Suki, which is the first love interest of Sokka. Sokka.
Well, I thought the first love interest for him was the moon lady that we'll get to later.
Yeah, Princess. Shit. What was her name?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. For years, I've honestly just referred to her as the moon lady.
No, but before Moon Lady, because remember in that episode, they were starting to get into each other. He led, but they did kiss in that episode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the episode after that, what was the episode after that? I think they went to,
Air. We can do this.
I got it. Hold on. Anyway, I think what they did was,
I cannot type.
Yeah, I think. Huh?
I was trying to type. I'm like, I cannot type for shit today.
Yeah. Anyways,
okay, so yeah, the episode after that, they went to Omashu.
Oh yeah, Omashu. Okay, that's where you meet Boomy. That's one of the best characters in the entire series. He's a badass earthbender who he's this really old ass dude, but he sends him through these.
All old people know each other.
Yeah, all old people know each other. Don't you know that? Anyway, it doesn't actually reveal who he is till the end of the episode, because Aang at the end of it foreshadows it by telling him that in Omashu, back when he was before he was frozen, he knew this kid named Boomy that he was great friends with, and they would just cause a fuckus ruckus. And anyway, they head to Omashu to find an earthbending teacher. Yeah, potentially. And they cause a fuckus ruckus. And they just, sliding through their mail system and whatnot. Anyway, they get in trouble, and then the Boomy takes him in, and he's like, and he goes, why? He's like, you ought to do some challenges of mine. In order for your friends to be safe, because he puts these like rock candy things that keep growing and growing.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell them it's candy, but it's expanding rock and whatnot. Anyway, he does these challenges, and the whole point of the challenges is that he thinks unexpectedly. And at the end of the episode, he's like, "What is my name?" And and it's Boomy, and then they make amends. They have a conversation, and then after that, I think.
Yeah, and you find out that like Boomy is like the only person that he knew when he was, 100 years ago.
That's still alive, yeah. That's still alive. And anyway, in that episode, they have a fight and whatnot, and Boomy is fucking jacked. This is a jacked 100-something-year-old. Anyway, what's the episode after that? Because he recommends that they go somewhere. I'm forgetting where.
Haru.
Huh?
Haru.
Haru. Oh, yes. They end up in this village. They're camping in the woods, and then Sokka gets all these nuts and whatnot, and he's like, "Oh, you don't like my nuts?" And they're like, "Sokka, we don't like your nuts." And anyway, they hear bangity bang bang bang. They go over and investigate it. It's some earthbender that's here, chucking rocks, giving the whip, and they go confront him, but he freaks out because she saw him earthbend, runs away. Anyway, they follow and they go into the village, and then while they're in there questioning, they're like, it's like, but we saw you earthbending. And they confront him, but his mother overhears, and she's like, it's that one line from SpongeBob where he's like, "You what?"
Yes.
And anyway, you find out that it's a Fire Nation colony, the Earth, that Earth Kingdom village, that they're not allowed to earthbend. If they find out, then Haru will be sent to a
Essentially a concentration camp.
Yeah, a concentration camp. Anyway, Haru gets taken overnight whenever whenever Katara and Haru save this one old man from a mine shaft. And anyway, Katara decides to pretend that she's an earthbender, and that's the funny part because he's like, "Oh my God, that lemur's an earthbender." No, you idiot! It's a girl. Anyway, she gets herself taken, and then they have a concentration camp break because there's this boat that they put the earthbenders on in the middle of the water. It's completely made of metal. Anyway, they take it over whenever they bring up all this coal from the burners, and anyway, she gives off a speech about hope and whatnot. That's a common thing. You'll see that a lot. And the next episode, I think the next episode was Jet, right?
Let's see. No. The episode after that was actually one of my favorite episodes of the whole season. That's where all these other episodes before this one, you could argue are kind of fillerish.
The Storm?
No, this is the one where you actually find out what the plot for the show is going to be. That he has to save the world in a year.
Oh, yeah.
It's the winter solstice one.
Shit, yeah. They go to yet another village after seeing that the earth has been scorched. There's just a large tract of land that the Fire Nation burned down. And Katara gives a speech about hope. And after handing him a nut, you'll see a lot of nuts and hopes. But she hands him a nut and says, "It'll grow back, here's an acorn." And he's like, "Oh, you're right." Anyway, they go to this village, and in that village, they're hiding away. He's like, "What are you doing outside?" I don't know. Didn't see anyone out. Why are you guys inside? Anyway, this fucking panda spirit attacks, and starts wrecking the piece. Anyway, Aang finds out that he is actually a bridge between the spirit world and the. Well, he already knew, but he doesn't know how to actually do that.
This is the one where we find out that he is.
Yeah, bridge between the spirit world and the normal people world. He goes over this statue, meditates on it, and he ends up in the spirit world. Anyway, this fucking dragon comes up out of nowhere when he's in the spirit world, and a spirit dragon comes over and takes him into the spirit world when he's next to the statue. I forgot.
Yeah, and then you have Roku going, "And we need to talk."
Yeah, we need to talk on the winter solstice. Anyway, he sees that, he gets Sokka out because he was kidnapped by the panda spirit and whatnot, and then he helps the panda spirit by saying that the forest will grow back or some shit.
Yeah.
And the next episode, Winter Solstice Part 2, this is where it goes down.
Yeah.
They go to this Crescent Island, I think that's what it's called.
Hold on real quick. Even as a kid watching this, I knew shit was about to go down purely because, we got a little bit of information about Kyoshi and we knew that there were avatars beforehand, but this was the one where they put Winter Solstice Part 2 Avatar Roku.
Like, oh, part 2. Because a lot of people just thought it'd be like Danny Phantom or something, where it's just like, oh, whatever. You know,
yeah, it had a 2-parter, and then it, like, the episode name is Avatar Roku, and it's like, tell me
and
more.
that's where the series started again, a story.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is the one where you find out, like, the world is going to be fucked, and, like, that's a boomy voice, like, the world will be fucked unless you master the elements in 1 year.
The world will be fucked. Anyway. But yeah, they go to Crescent Island. I think that's what it's called, Crescent Island? Like Crescent Moon Island?
Sure. I don't know.
It's the one where the fire sages are at. They go to the fire sage temple, and then they're, of course, trying to fucking kill them, except one sage, which helps them out. Anyway, they go up to the door where he's supposed to wait for this beam of light on the solstice to perfectly hit the eyes of this Roku statue in order for it to open. And anyway, they get in a scuffle whenever Zuko tracks them down. Zuko is a great hunter, by the way.
We'll get to that here in a minute.
He finds those fuckers from a necklace that dropped on Katara. Whenever. Oh wait, we skipped a fucking episode.
No, we didn't.
No, because how did Zuko find them? She dropped the fucking necklace when they were on that boat, but she didn't.
No.
No, wait, yeah, never mind. I was thinking of the perfume one where they meet a guy who was with who fought with Katara and Sokka's dad.
Yeah, that's later. That's the I think Bato of the Water Tribe.
Oh, okay, but yeah. Anyway. But yeah, they get in a fight and a scuffle. He manages to get in the door, and he talks to Roku, and Roku tells him that he's going to have to master the elements within a year, or else the world is screwed, and he has to fight the Fire Lord to, bring balance to the Force.
Yeah. Yeah.
But. Anyway, the episode ends. He's like, "Oh God, how am I going to do that?" He's obviously freaking the fuck out. Because how are you going to do that? I don't know.
After that, though, okay, so there's a couple filler episodes from there on. The next major episode is the awesome one, the best episodes, arguably the best episode of the whole series.
Like after that, they meet Jet, and then they meet Bato, the Water Tribe, and then Aang gets kicked out again, but then doesn't.
But after that whole thing, one of the best episodes of the whole series is the Storm. Katara and Sokka are really sick. Aang tries to go get ingredients, and you realize he's the fucking Flash. But
oh yeah, wait, was that the Storm? No, wait, that's the Blue Spirit.
Oh yeah, that
is.
is.
The Storm is the flashback episode. Yeah, the Blue Spirit though is fucking dope. Yeah, because they're sick. Yeah, from this. But the Storm was before the Blue Spirit.
Okay, yeah.
That's how they got sick from that storm.
Yeah, the Storm was you get to see Zuko's. Do what?
Yeah, Aang and Zuko's past. Yeah.
And it's great, and that was the episode where I learned I really really liked Zuko.
Yeah, but Aang, you find out that he found out when he was the Avatar, he never really wanted to be, and then the kids started treating him differently. Anyway, they wanted to separate him from Monkey Otso, who was basically his father figure. He decided to run away, and then that's how he got caught in a storm, kind of like the one that the episode's named after, that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how he wound up in the iceberg, because in order to protect himself, he encapsulated him and Appa within this iceberg, just kind of as a last-ditch effort. We're thinking it's from instinct, really.
Yeah, like, my theory on it is, like, he was straight up drowning, and then his tattoos and eyes started glowing. I'm guessing that was just like a fight or flight instinct in him.
And with Zuko, you find out that he stood up against one of his father's generals and advisors because they want to sacrifice a bunch of their men. He thinks that's a dick move, and he goes, it's like, you can't just do that to them. They fight and die for this nation, and you're just going to send them off to get killed, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, but going against the word of one of his advisors is like going against the word of the Fire Lord himself, you know? And when he challenged to an Agni Kai, he actually challenged his father, and he didn't want to fight his father. Anyway, his dad walks over, fucking burns the side of his face, leaving a permanent scar, and he banishes him from the Fire Nation. The only way he can come back and why he's so obsessed with capturing the Avatar is because that is his mission. That's the way of getting approval again from his family and be able to return home. And, shit, and then, yeah, the following episode is the Blue Spirit, where, this mysterious character called the Blue Spirit. Aang's friends are sick from that storm, and he goes out to find a cure. He's zooming past these mountains and shit because he's all fast. And earlier we meet this in one of the Pharaoh episodes before that. This guy named General Zhao, who Zuko. He kicked his ass in an Agni Kai, and he's going to kick his ass later again. And Aang kicked his ass whenever he was learning firebending from Zhang Zhang, filler episode. He accidentally burned Katara, doesn't matter. Anyway, this episode, General Zhao sends these assassins to try and find him, these expert marksmen, like these ninja fucking archers or some shit.
Yeah.
Fucking badass, but he goes off, finds his healer, and she says, well, you gotta go find some toads so they can suck on him. Yeah. And he's like, you're a crazy old lady, aren't you? Yes, indeed. and anyway, he gets captured by those ninja archers. Fucking cool, by the way. And,
we technically got the order wrong. You mentioned John earlier. That didn't come until like 3 episodes after.
Oh, my bad.
It's still a filler episode.
Eventually, Aang is gonna kick Zhang Zhang's ass. Everyone gets a chance to kick Zhang Zhang's ass. Oh no, not Zhang Zhang. General Zhao's
ass.
Yeah, everyone gets a chance to kick Zhao's ass. No one kicks Zhang Zhang's ass.
Fun fact, everyone kicking Zhao's ass, that actually does somewhat carry forward into Korra, too.
But yeah, like fucking, oh yeah, the pit.
Yeah.
Anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, the princess's name is Yue.
Okay,
anyway.
Yeah, Princess Yue.
And that's actually where we're heading, because after he's in chains, you know, in the penitentiary where fucking General Zhao captured the Avatar, someone else did. The archers. The Blue Spirit comes and fucking helps him break out. And anyway, they kick everyone's ass. They go out, but one of the archers knocks out the Blue Spirit while that trying to take him out. Anyway, Aang saves him. He finds out that it's actually Zuko behind the mask. The episode ends whenever Zuko blasts him. Whenever he wakes up, tries to blast him, and then they fly off. Katara says, "It's like, did you make any new friends?" And then Aang says, no, I don't think I did. Anyway, filler. Zhang, Aang kicks Zhao's ass. And were there any other, I'm trying to remember any other major episodes before they reached the North Pole again. Oh, yes. The fucking battle of the Western Air Temple.
Yeah, the Northern Air Temple.
No, yeah, Northern Air Temple, my bad, yeah. This is actually major because
It
You don't
sets
really
stuff
find out any
up.
more history behind it, other than other people that'll be in the invasion. But that's in book 3.
Yeah.
In this one, he builds. You find out this scientist guy that's being forced to build weapons for the Fire Nation. But anyway, they fight Fire Nation off, and they beat the shit out of them. But this is the episode where Fire Nation recover this war balloon that was being used against them, and that's how other airships later on become a thing. And anyway, they make it to the Northern Water Tribe, and in that they get there, and you find out General Zhao is leading this massive invasion of the Northern Water Tribe. And before that, Zhao attempted to assassinate Zuko by having pirates place explosives into his ship. Anyway, they think he's dead. But what happens is that no, I'm not. Never mind. Anyway, they think he's dead. Iroh is with Zhao, under Zuko's idea, just to get a feel for him and pretend he's with him and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zuko goes on a uncover mission, tries to get the Avatar from within the Northern Water Tribe, while the invasion goes about. And when they get there, they get the royal treatment. Sokka meets Yue and tries to get a little bit of that going on, but it doesn't work because she's married. You see, she has a pendant. So he makes her, but he finds that out because he accidentally makes her a little a bear or a fish, whatever it is. But anyway, they hear about the invasion. They're trying to help them out. Sokka goes in and he's like, they show him this Fire Nation suit, just kind of demonstration. He kind of snickers, and he's like, "Where'd you get that? Where'd you get the suit from? 100 years ago? 85." But anyway,
alright, so that would basically be like the equivalent of using like World War One like German military uniform.
It's like, all right, this is Al Qaeda. But anyway, what happens after that is the invasion starts and whatnot. They're trying to get Avatar into the spirit world, or at least get into the Avatar state again. I don't think that's the intent, but they take them to the most spiritual place in the Northern Water Tribe, the Spirit Oasis.
I think just so we can like focus and shit.
Yeah, there's these 2 spirit fish called Twee and Law. These 2 koi fish.
Yeah.
Intertwine and circle each other. Anyway, he ends up going in the spirit world, but he goes to see Ko, the face stealer. He'll steal your face. He's this giant. The design on Ko is fucking cool. He's this giant fucking centipede with like these ever-changing faces, because his eye shuts over, and new faces revealed from all these people that he's stolen. You find out that he actually stole the face of one of the past life avatars, the waterbender before him and his wife.
Yeah.
But anyway, he hears about. He tells him about Twee and Law, the koi fish. All this, meanwhile, Zuko's carrying him on his back because he took him from the Spirit Oasis after Katara temporarily kicks his ass by capsuling him, but then the sun rises.
No, one of the coolest lines in the whole season, like, you rise with the moon, I rise with the sun.
Yeah, he melts it. Anyway, he beats some ass. He takes Aang, and they go to this cave. Aang wakes up and fucking air stomps Zuko. He's crawling out, but they're searching for him throughout this fucking tundra. They find him, then Appa swoops down, and Katara swings him up and whatnot and slams him down. she learned all these cool moves from the new teacher who didn't like teaching girls, but decided to teach her instead because he wants to fuck her grandma. That's not the important part, but the important part is that she can kick ass now. Which is all cool. Anyway, they take him back. They don't leave Zuko there because Aang's a nice guy. Sokka is cold-blooded. He wants to fucking let him die. You know?
Which, I mean, later seasons you'll realize that was a really smart decision on their part.
Yeah. That's not the thing. Let him die. Fuck it. Anyway, they go back after saving him and whatnot. They drop him off. Anyway, all before that, though, Aang is trying to destroy all these ships. And after he destroys one ship, you see this massive ass fleet, and Aang's like, I just can't do it. I'm sorry. Anyway, they go back to meditating and whatnot. Anyway, they go back to the Oasis. Zhao is broken into the city. He takes the koi fish, and Iroh, being the badass he is, he's like, let him go now. Whatever you do to that fish, I'll unleash onto you tenfold. He lets him go because he's contemplating whether those hands are worth take.
Did I ever tell you why they call me the Dragon of the West?
I don't have any time for your lengthy anecdotes, Uncle. It's more of a demonstration.
That's book 2. Book 2 is awesome, by the way.
Yeah. Anyway, Zhao nails the spirit, and anyway, he hits was it Twee or Law that he hit? I think it was Twee.
I think Twee, yeah.
Anyway, he kills the fish Twee, which is the black one. Yeah, it's the black one. And God, freaking white guys killing more black things.
Oh my god!
Freaking anyway, Iroh kicks their ass.
He unleashed onto him tenfold.
He doesn't want to catch them hands. He runs away. Zuko kicks his ass, but that's not before Aang turns into this giant fucking water spirit, which is cool, and he just starts wrecking the entire piece.
One question I always had as a kid.
That CD, he tears ass and eats grass, and he just fucking flushes them all away.
One question I always had as a kid: why did he never do that again?
I think that's one-time thing because he was mixing with the energies of one of the fish, right?
Maybe.
That's why he turned into that form specifically.
Okay, yeah.
Because he had to step into that oasis because he flushed right down, and then he sprouted up.
What you gotta understand is little kid me was selfish, and I didn't give a shit. I wanted to see more giant water rain.
I want to see death. Anyway, he wrecks shit, the fucking fleet's destroyed, and Zhao gets killed after... Okay, Zuko kicks his ass, but Zhao gets killed because of the... Hey, Aang killed someone. But yeah, the fucking hand comes up and drags him down. I'm guessing that's more of the fish or the spirit or something anyway. It drags his ass down. And the cool part on that scene, though, is that Zuko tries to help him, tries to grab him, and Zhao thinks he's so much of a disgrace, he just pulls his hand back and is like, fuck you, let me die.
Alright, so now that we went...
such a stomp to the balls. Anyway.
So now that we went through the plot of the entire fucking season, what is your favorite episode from book 1?
My favorite episode...
And why? We're going to do this Hell's Kitchen, who do you think should leave and why? Only, what is your favorite episode and why?
And why? My favorite episode is, this one's actually a collection. It's not the finale episodes. It's the Storm and the Blue Spirit.
Okay. In all honesty, mine is, at least in this season, is the Winter Solstice episodes. Mainly because, as a little kid watching this, I was watching SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Code Lyoko, stuff like that. And this was the, first first time I was ever really introduced to a plot.
Yeah.
Like an actual, like, there are like major stakes at play here.
Yeah, like real shit.
You have got to master these elements in a year, or the world will end.
Or they'll die. And
And I was into that. Like, really, the thing that burned my mind the most as a kid was, like, even now, is this was Nickelodeon.
I'd say more important with that one, though, is just the addition with the origins kind of just sets up who they are better.
Yeah.
Because they weren't really episodes about them particularly, more of what they have to do.
Yeah.
The Storm and the Blue Spirit, though, kind of not only does it tell you that Zuko's not totally a dick, there's reasons why he's doing it, and then you actually have some sort of a sympathy with it. Because he saves him, though, for a selfish reason that he's not wanting Zhao to get him.
Yeah.
He's trying to get back home. Bottom line is he still takes him. And in that split second at the end of the Blue Mask, he's actually listening to Aang before he decides to attack.
Yeah.
He doesn't just go right out. There's no actual animosity, because Iroh put it best. Aang is his hope. You know, that's his last hope in life.
Yeah, they play on that a lot, too.
He actually does rely and believe in Aang, the Avatar, you know?
So,
it's not,
I'm not going to say it right now, but I can, without even a moment's hesitation, tell you what my favorite episode in Book 2 is.
Oh, yeah. It's my favorite episode, too. I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
That's for later.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
That's when the shit goes down.
Okay, yeah, so, like, Book 1 is really good, but it's also
it's still great. It's still better than, like, most of anything that came on TV. But Book 2 and 3, woo!
Yeah. Like, Book 1 is, like, the warm-up, and 2 and 3, holy fuck.
Yeah, Book 2 is the hardcore workout, and 3 is the fucking fight.
Dude, oh my god, Book 3 burned my mind. But, okay. We're almost at the...
How would you summarize, like, the season as a whole in terms of, like, not just its structure, but how you, what was going through your head as you just saw it just kind of,
well, like I said earlier, like, this was, like, one of the first shows where I'm like, this has a plot. This is actually moving on. There's character development here. I mean, at the time when I first watched it, I didn't know what the fuck character development was. I just knew I really liked these characters.
Oh man, we forgot to introduce the most important character, Momo. Yeah, he's introduced in episode 3. He's flying. My bad. I was going to say Azula, but I forget she is introduced in episode
2.
Episode motherfucking...
I think the first episode of Book 2. Or it's like the first 3, at least.
It is episode 1, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
But,
because episode 2 was, them heading to Omashi. They're trying to pass through this canyon.
Yeah.
And, you know, the cave of the two lovers.
Alright.
Two lovers forbidden from one another.
Oh, God, I forgot that episode too. Okay.
Divides their people.
Alright, so dude, we're almost at the hour mark, so, like, any quick final thoughts on Book 1?
It made me come, but 2 and 3 are going to make me come harder. And they will make you come harder, too. As we see you next week on the sign-off.
Yeah. Alright, so... Oh my god. I just thought of something.
We're signing off the sign-off?
Yeah. Well, no, like... Okay, so we have our, like, main thing kind of, what's it to you? Yeah. And then the sign-off, sounds suspiciously close to the spin-off.
The spin-off series.
Okay, he came up with the name for this. I promise that wasn't, like, me just being like, ha-ha. But... Alright, so we'll see you guys next week. You have a good one.
Signing off.